Hello Captains, the Doctor here. Welcome back to more Let's Play Star Trek Online on the free-to-play edition. So we are not spending a dime in this game. We're playing through the Cardassian struggle right now. I am level 48. In our last mission, we did of Bajor, where we got to spend a lot of time on the planet Bajor and prepare ourselves for this confrontation with the Dominion or the Jem'Hadar that has taken over DS9. We're trying to figure out why and how to defeat them. And we've pretty much figured out that they are the group that were in the wormhole in the past. When Cisco asked the Prophets for help, the Prophets removed them from the wormhole. However, they put them back here in the future, and now we have to deal with them now. So now we're moving on to the next mission, which is called Operation Gamma. It says the Gamma Quadrant beckons. Find a friend there who can lead you to the Dominion.
Karakan's ships are guarding the wormhole, so access is limited. A small craft like a shuttle or fighter might be able to slip through the blockade, so leave your starship here at Bajor. Commander Samuel Winters is here, and he's one of the best shuttle pilots I know. I recommend you bring him along. The war is over, but Loris and Karakan won't believe it unless they hear it from someone they trust.
We need to go to Deep Space Nine and enter the Bajoran wormhole. Deep Space Nine is located in Alpha Quadrant. This is a small craft mission. You will need to use a shuttle, fighter, or other small craft to complete the episode. If you don't have one, report to the ship and shuttle requisitions on Bajor. Now, this is where we're going to get our first space piece. And in fact, it offers 2 space pieces. That means we are going to have to repeat it. This will be the first mission that I will repeat to get the gear. And we'll go over this at the end of the mission, but there's a Jem'Hadar Combat Impulse Engine, Mark 10 very rare, and then a Deflector Dish Mark 10 very rare. As you can see, there's a 2-piece bonus called Dominion Synergy, and then a 3-piece bonus called Anti-Proton Sweep, and then there's even a 4th piece thing called Victory is Life, but that only works on Jem'Hadar ships. Anyway, we'll talk about these rewards and all that for our ship at the end of this mission. It is a mission I will replay to get both pieces. Alright, this one's going to need a small craft. We need a shuttle for this mission. Now, I should have a shuttle, because we did a shuttle mission a long time ago. So, where do I go to get my shuttle at? I don't know exactly. Small craft. You know, I don't have any stations set for a small craft. I might not have a small craft selectable. Let's go to Deep Space Nine. And let's see if I need to get a small craft here. We're actually going to go to DS9 proper. We're not going to start the mission yet. And we're going to go and beam down to DS9. And we're going to go to the ship requisitions. And we're going to see if I can get a shuttle. If I have one equipped already or if I need to get one. If I need to get one, I'm fearing that it's probably going to be like a Type 8 shuttle, so it's not going to be that great, but it's pretty much all I can do. I should have had a shuttle from the Romulan missions when we did the vaults, so I'm not sure where that shuttle went. But we'll find out. Are you ship requisitions? Don't think you are. I think you're the multi-purpose room. I think it's the other one. Of course, I can use my motion accelerator I should be using. I keep forgetting to use it because I'm not used to using it. Yeah, I think it's this one. So let's go to first ship selector. Are you the ship selector? No. Ship selector, yes. Okay, so I do have a small craft. I've got the Madison. I don't know, I didn't name it that. That was the default name. That's okay, not a real big issue. We're just going to use it for one mission here. So it's just a regular Type 8 shuttle. That's what I feared, is that we are just not going to have a very good shuttle here. But that's okay. It'll get us through the mission. It'll be dicey, but we'll get through it. Let's see if we can add anything to it. This is a flow caps, improved shield drain and energy drain. I'm not using any abilities that would help with. This has a shield power setting. I guess I can add that to the engineering console. That's all I have is one console slot. Oh well, better than nothing, I guess. Maybe I don't need auxiliary power. This is engine power. Engine power might come in handy. I might need to get out of a situation real fast, so we'll put a battery in there. I guess that's pretty much like it, because it's a very basic shuttle. We have a phaser beam array standard issue for a shuttle. It's 360. It should be a 360-degree beam. Got a photon torpedo launcher, standard everything. I mean, nothing's great here, but we'll see what happens. I guess that I don't or can't set my bridge officers for it. Let's set active small craft. So now we're in our small craft. And now let's go here and go to stations. Madison, small craft. Yeah, I don't even have any bridge officer stations for this shuttle. That's how crappy it is. It has no bridge officer stations. Why, that's terrible. Let me just double check with the ship requisitions that we don't have another shuttle available to us. What was that? It said shuttle information. No. Here we go, requisitions. Let's just see if there's any other kind of shuttle we can get here. Small craft. Okay. We can actually get a better shuttle. Check this out. And here's how. Using energy credits. So I actually have enough energy credits to purchase a Danube class runabout. Of course, I got the Type 8 right now for free. It's only 20,000 energy credits. Captain's Yacht. No, you need to have a shuttle requisition authorization. A Class F shuttle. You have to have the original series bundle. Then these are Z-Store. You got the Delta class shuttle and you got a Yellowstone runabout. Those are Z-Store ships. So I actually can afford a better shuttle. This would give me an ensign bridge officer slot. It would also give me an engineering, tactical, and science slot. So the Danube runabout is definitely better than the Type 8 shuttle I'm using now. Problem is, here's the problem. It's going to use up almost all of my energy credits. And I have been building those up now at 58,000 energy credits. But it is such a better shuttle than the Type 8. And we've already flown the Type 8 during the Vault one. And I know that this mission is kind of rough because we're going to have to take on Iridian fighters. Let's get the Danube class because this is the type of shuttle that DS9 flies anyway. So it kind of fits right in this storyline, and we'll have a better shuttle for future missions. I'm going to replay this one anyway, and I know there's a shuttle mission in the Delta stuff, the Delta Quadrant missions. So let's just go ahead and get a Danube class. That way we'll have a better shuttle. It's the best free one that I can purchase anyway, and I'll build up more energy credits because I'm going to play more missions, so I'll get more. Let's do it. There we go. We have a better shuttle. Now we can come back to ship selector. Let's take you back off here. And go to this one, and same stuff pretty much, but I think we're going to have a better hull strength. Yeah, 4,000 versus 6,000. A higher shield capacity. We got that ensign bridge officer slot. So this is the better one to go with. Let's set it as active. Ready starship. Okay, ready starship. There we go. Now that one is active. Small craft. Let's rename it USS Atlanta, Rialto, Durango. I don't like any of those names. USS I actually don't know what to name this. Well, let's just name it the USS Tiny, because that's what it is. There we go. Now it's at least something different. And now we have some more things we can do here. Except I don't have any more. I don't have any more consoles. Well, anyway, it should be better than what we had before, and I should be able to now bring this up, go to stations, small craft, and now I can have a bridge officer station here. Let's do, you know, I'm not sure what would be best here. That's high yield torpedo, emergency power to weapons, tachyon beam, emergency power to shields. We may need emergency power to shields, but let's do emergency power to weapons so I can do some more damage, because we're going to have to take out those Iridian swarmers pretty good. We'll do that for now. There we go. Now I've got something. I can change it if I need to. Okay, that should be better. Let's see if we can customize the view of it. I was right. Customize shuttle. So here is our new shuttle. We've got, I can't use the Yellowstone look because that's a Z-Store thing, but there's the runabout. I got different skins here. I think I like the number 5 skin the best. Yeah, I really can't change anything there. Don't really need a pattern. I think that looks good. Let's purchase that and get on with our mission. Go to DS9 system. Well, I'm in the DS9 system. I'm in DS9 anyway. Don't want to dock. Go to DS9. I'm in the DS9 system. Here's my shuttle. How cute is that? Let's put my weapons on auto fire. Much better than the Type 8. I mean, well, it's not a ton better, but it's better than the Type 8 anyway. So that's gonna be good for us. My powers are there. I do have tactical fleet. I do have emergency power weapons. I got alpha. I got all my like captain powers, which is nice. And I do have this engine battery in case I need it. Maybe I should have put the shield on just in case. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, here's my shuttle. Yay. Okay, I need to go to DS. I guess I need to go back out. Begin Operation Gamma. There we go. Alright, Captain, the only way we can enter the wormhole without setting off DS9's defenses is to disable the station's sensor clusters. If we do that, we'll blind ops. If someone's looking out a window, they'll see the wormhole open, but we'll be long gone before they have a chance to scramble ships to stop us. But to disable the system station sensor clusters, first we have to find a way around the Jem'Hadar ships patrolling near them. Captain Krillin is ready to use the fleet as a diversion. On our signal, they'll move in and engage the Jem'Hadar ships. That will give us a chance to get to DS9, disable the sensor clusters, and escape through the wormhole. Okay, let's do it. So they're going to distract the fleet for me while I come in and disable these sensors. Okay, next one. Next one.
Warning. Ship is
Oh
under
crap,
attack.
a dreadnought. Let's not fire at the dreadnought. Why is there a dreadnought within firing range? No, stop. What was that? A fighter, huh?
Target's shields have failed.
Boy, why was there a dreadnought right there? That was scary. If it had fired on me, I'd be dead.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I have a tractor beam too. How did I get a tractor beam? Where did the tractor beam come from? I shouldn't have that. It's the weirdest thing. How in the world do I have a tractor beam? I don't understand that. That's really odd to me.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. Left shields failing.
Did I do it?
Target's shields have failed.
Okay, a Jem'Hadar attack ship is now coming. That's just wonderful. That's what I don't need.
The Jem'Hadar ship is on an intercept course, sir. Shields and weapons are at full, Captain. Ready to engage.
No, my shields and weapons are not at full. Shields are definitely not at
Ship
full.
is under attack. Four shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
Oh, that's a good hit.
Integrity below 75%.
Got him! No, I want that. Come back. Where were you? Where was that thing? Gah, now I lost it. Okay, anyway, use wormhole. Let's go. Let's get this over with. Yeah, this shuttle's a lot better than that Type 8.
Setting a course for the wormhole now.
That was a good purchase decision, I think.
We'll be halfway to the Gamma Quadrant before the Jem'Hadar know what happened.
It's the best shuttle we can get for energy credits anyway.
Wow, that's some view. This is my first trip into the wormhole. Thanks for letting me tag along. Captain Curlin says there's a traitor in the Idrin system who knows how to contact the Dominion. She's probably our best chance for finding them quickly. But Curlin says Ferek's help won't come cheap. We need to be ready to negotiate with her. When we're out of the wormhole, we should start searching for Ferek's vessel.
Okay, here we are in the Gamma Quadrant. Okay, let's take this over here.
I'm picking up a ship on long-range sensors, Captain. The configuration matches Ferik's ship, sir, but I'm detecting damage to several systems. There's no response to a hail, sir, but her communications array might be damaged. Setting a course to the ship's coordinates now.
Okay, warp to next system. Ferik's ship is inside that large asteroid, Captain, but the entrance is shielded. We need to destroy the shield generator and enter the asteroid. Sensors show that this area is teeming with a life form that I've never seen before. That may be why Ferik has sealed herself inside the asteroid. The Cosmosians are hostile and they could be dangerous to a ship of this size. However, they're not actively hunting. If we try to keep a safe distance, perhaps they won't bother us. And we need to destroy this shield generator.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
The torpedoes keep coming back and hitting me. That's weird. Come on, thing. Blow up. They had to have a cutscene just for the shield going down. Where is her ship? There it is.
I can hear profit in the wind, and the wind is blowing. If you want it, I've got it.
What would you want for the Dominion information?
I'll give it to you straight. Intel about the Dominion is hard to acquire, and therefore extremely valuable. You don't have a cargo hold big enough for all the latinum I'd want in exchange for the data, but I'm willing to consider an alternative method of payment. You see that planetoid over there? I have a limited amount of time to collect everything valuable from it that I can. And as you can see, my ship could use some repairs. While my crew and I work on fixing this baby up, I could use some help with the salvage. So, here's the deal. You get me something I can turn a profit with, and I'll tell you where you can find the Dominion.
Great. Now I've got to go assist Ferik and get all this stuff. Alright, so I am doing the tactical objective. Ferik wants us to deactivate several automated defense satellites surrounding the planet. To do so, we will need to scan each satellite to determine the best way to deactivate them safely. I have analyzed the type of devices we are likely to encounter and created a tactical scan analysis that should help us during the deactivation process. Tactical, deactivate defense satellites. You only need to complete one career objective to advance. Alright, Captain, the three types of problems we are most likely to encounter on the defense satellites are: activate satellites, use a quantum scan, and then remove ionic power core. Active sensors, remove ionic power core, and then deactivate sensor batteries. Active enemy detection, deactivate sensor batteries, and then use a magnetic wave pulse. Each problem will have two phases, and we must complete them in time, or defense countermeasures will activate. Also, if we solve a problem incorrectly, defense countermeasures will activate. Lovely. Sounds like a blast. Now, the way this is laid out is actually kind of simple. It's color-coded, and most people don't realize this, but if you look, you'll see that there's these red bits. Well, that's for your tactical career. you'll see that there are blue bits. That's for your science. And then the yellow bits are for engineering. So you do have to go through each one because there's a science, engineering, and tactical in each asteroid. But thankfully, you just need to go to the color that is associated with your career type. So we're tactical, so we're just going to go to this red bit in this one, and we're just going to go around in a circle here and hit all of them. So this says Defense Satellite Tactical, and that's where we're headed. Now the way this works is kind of weird. You have to deactivate, and then it's going to tell you what it ends up being, and then you have to hit the thing in the right combination. Hit Tactical Report, and you'll find out what that is. So let's hit this. And it's going to say something. It's going to say Active Satellite. Active is quantum and then ionic. So quantum, and then remove ionic core. And you have a very limited time, but once you do it, there you go. It's that simple, and we've done 1 of 4. Now we move on. You just have to be careful. If you don't do it in time, it will blow up on you. And it will hurt you pretty bad when it blows up. Now we go through this one, and we just have to find the red bit of it, the red part. Wherever that's at. Which I might have missed. If you miss any of them, you can come back, of course. Oh, we're not going that way. Somewhere in there, I think I missed one, maybe. I don't know. Let's go on this way. If I do, we'll come back. Maybe I didn't. So now we just got to go through this one, find the red bit. Like here's blue and yellow. There's engineering. There's science. There should have been a tactical in there somewhere, so I must have missed it. Ah, there's the tactical. See, it's hiding over there, behind it. Okay, need to get closer. This one is active, and we know that that's quantum and then ionic. There we go, that's 2 of 4. Let's start at this end on this side, because I think we got tactical over here and a tactical over there. That's pretty much this mission. It's kind of tedious. I don't really like it, but gotta get through it, right? Yep, here's the tactical one. No, I went too far. Here we go. Okay, this one is going to be another active, so quantum and ionic. Now, it doesn't always end up being the same thing, so right now it's being good for me, but sometimes it'll be different ones. Alright, we just need one more, and we saw that way at the end. Ooh, I'm all over the place. Now I'm lost. That's where we were on that side. So it's got to be this way. Over here. Okay, it's active again, so quantum and ionic. There we go. Satellite technician. Captain, we're receiving a hail from Ferik. She says she has what she needs and that we should get our tails back to her ship before she loses any more profit. Now we just have to fly back to her. Back inside this one.
If you want it, I've got it.
I've got what you asked for.
That's great. Nice doing business with you. I'll just verify the transport and then I'll contact my friend, the very important Vorta. I'm sure that he'll be able to help you with whatever you need. Quick! Cut the comm! Jump to warp! What do you mean we don't have warp drive yet? Get it going! Now! Wait, can they still hear me?
Yes, I can. We should just blow her out of the stars now.
You know the funny thing about resonance pulses? They drive the swarmers crazy.
Wonderful. She's so mean. Ferik's vessel emitted a resonance pulse before she warped away. It's engaged the swarmers. We won't be able to engage warp until we can take care of them. Great. Thanks a lot, Ferik. We need to defeat swarmers, actually. We need to, let's see, defeat 3 groups of swarmers. In this area.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And now they're all over me.
Rear shields failing.
Alright, I did it. Now we need to follow her. That sometimes goes pretty bad if you don't have a very good shuttle. You get a lot of swarmers on you, they can take down your shields very fast. Alright, Ferik didn't lie about knowing how to find the Dominion, sir. Her ship is surrounded by Jem'Hadar. I wouldn't say they're on good terms, though. Ferik's ship is damaged again. If they detected us, they're not making any hostile moves on our direction. Recommend we approach and see if they want to talk. Okay.
Ferek's ship has life support and engines, sir, but that's about it. Shields are failing, and she only has limited weapons. The lead Jem'Hadar vessel is hailing us, sir. Putting it on screen now.
Ah, so the representatives of the Alpha Quadrant finally make their way to seek aid from the Dominion. We have been expecting you. According to our information, you're having a slight occupation problem on Deep Space Nine. I might be able to assist you with that problem if you have come here in friendship. And as we all know, friends help one another. You can start by destroying this nuisance and her ship. She has intruded into the Gamma Quadrant without permission and is conducting unauthorized salvage operations in our space. The penalty for this is clear. By all rights, we should execute you as well. But I am willing to overlook your involvement this time. So, as the Ferengi would say, do we have a deal?
Oh, I'm going too fast. Hail Ferik.
We are still friends, right? I'm in a bit of a spot here. Got any help for your old pal, Ferik?
Now, the gut in me tells me, blow her out of the stars, but no, Rami Summers would not blow her out of the stars. There are other characters that would do that, but she is not. So let's open a channel to Ferik's ship.
Hey, friend. Look, I found the Dominion for you. You have to help me. They're crazy. Okay, I'll go. I'll go back to the Alpha Quadrant. I'll refund their latinum. I'll even give them what's left of my cargo holds. Just don't let them kill me. And that resonance pulse. Funny, huh? I knew those little suckers couldn't really hurt you. If you let me go, I know Iran won't hunt me down again. He's got too many other problems to worry about a small-timer like me. Just, please, let me go.
Fine, go while you can.
You come seeking my aid, and then refuse a simple request? This is not an auspicious start. Nevertheless, you have something I want, and I have something you need. The only logical conclusion is cooperation. I will return to the Alpha Quadrant with you, and render whatever assistance I can. There is a price, though. For more than 30 years, Starfleet has held one of the founders as a prisoner of war. Imagine the hubris it takes to contain a god. The arrogance. When the founder is returned to me, you will have the Dominion's complete cooperation, and my guarantee that Karukan and his fleet will not trouble Deep Space Nine again.
Sure. Accolade complete, kind-hearted. Leave the Gamma Quadrant. Yes, I do want to leave the system. I kind of missed the wormhole there. Angled a little to the left. I missed the hole. Alright, let's report. Congratulations on a successful mission. Starfleet Intelligence is speaking to Aaron now. He's being quite cooperative for Avorta, and I'm confident that we will be able to come to an agreement that is best for everyone. We must have DS9 back. We would like to retake the station without additional bloodshed. Aaron may be our only hope of doing that. Now here's the fun part, everybody. We get to now get a Jem'Hadar Combat Impulse Engine Mark 10, very rare for our ship. And then when we replay this, we're going to get the Jem'Hadar Deflector Dish Mark 10, very rare. This is part of a 3-piece set. The Impulse Engine, the Deflector, and the Shield. This is really good for an escort, this whole set. Excuse me. So the Combat Impulse Engine has a plus 14.6 flight speed, and it's efficient at low power levels. It also has a 1.1 flight turn rate to help us with turn rate. It also increases our weapon power. That's right, we're going to get a weapon power increase just by having the Impulse Engine on. And an additional weapon power at low weapon power, and an all-powered engine. So a great Impulse Engine. The Deflector Dish is a plus 1% Starship stealth detection, and stealth is going to be great with our escort. This will also improve shield drain and energy drain, improve flow caps if we use those abilities. It'll resist, hold, disable, knock, repel, and slow. It'll improve knock, repel, and slow, so that's internal dampers, grav gens, and then it will improve, confuse, and placate countermeasures. So also a good deflector dish for an escort. We're going to start with the Impulse Engine, because I'm going to have to replay it to get the deflector.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Now I am level 49, and we'll check here, and we'll see that nothing happens at 49. We get nothing at 48, nothing at 49. 50 is the big one. When we hit 50, that's the big one. And we're going to get there fairly soon. Now, let's go to the arrow here. This is our impulse engine we just got, Jem'Hadar Combat Impulse Engine. Let's read about the set bonuses, because you've got a set 2 bonus called Dominion Synergy, then another one called Anti-Proton Sweep. So let's read about that. If we have 2 of these pieces on, which we're going to after I replay this mission, we're going to get something called Dominion Synergy. That is plus 13% Polaron damage. So if we were going to keep this set forever and ever and ever, it would benefit us to go ahead and use Polaron weapons on the starship, because you're going to get a Polaron damage increase along with this set. So imagine having all your tactical filled out with Polaron damage, and then in addition, having 2 pieces of this set will also increase Polaron damage. So that's the best way to get the most Polaron damage out of your ship. But we're not using Polarons now. I don't have any of those weapons. It would cost a lot of money to invest in all new weapons and tactical consoles. So I'm not going to do it, so we won't be benefiting from Polaron damage. But just know that is part of it. If you really wanted to use it to the best of its ability, you would want to switch over to Polarons. If I had the ability to right now, if I had the energy credits, I probably would. But I don't, so I won't. Also, the other part of that is resist shield drain and energy drain. So you gain a power insulator there to resist any shield drain and energy drain to your ship. The third piece is an activatable power. Once we get all the 3 pieces on our starship, we're going to have this thing called Anti-Proton Sweep. And it is basically, it affects the foe, 5 max, 6 kilometer range, 90 degree cone, 1 minute 30-second recharge, minus 732 shields on up to 5 enemies, and it disables cloaking systems for 12 seconds. So basically, this anti-proton sweep is going to just reduce their shields quite a bit, and that's going to allow you, of course, to do more damage to them. If you can get their shields down, then a torpedo is going to make a bigger difference and stuff like that to their hull. So we can go in, fly in, hit anti-proton sweep on the enemy, and then start firing, and we should be able to take them down very fast. It's a very good ability. Skills that affect that ability is flow caps, improve shield drain and energy drain. And in fact, we do have flow caps, part of our skill. I'll look and double check, but I believe we do have points into flow caps. So that's actually going to benefit us. We're going to have a very, very, very good anti-proton sweep on this ship. Going to be buffed by that skill, flow caps. Now the other part to this is victory is life. You have a 1% chance to strip 1 buff while using Polaron weaponry. However, it only works on Jem'Hadar vessels and the Cardassian Galler. So you need to have a Jem'Hadar vessel to use that, or the Galler. But we don't, so we're not going to get victory is life. But what we will get is Dominion Synergy for resist shield drain, energy drain, and we're going to get anti-proton sweep. So overall, this set is good simply because it's a Mark 10. It's very rare. It's got unique properties. It's part of a 3-piece set, and it's basically there's one other set you're going to get with the Breen. We'll compare it when we get it, but I think overall the Jem'Hadar set is going to be better for us on an escort. So I'm going to go ahead and replace my impulse engine with this impulse engine. Now some of these things have visuals attached to them. Like this one has a visual, so when we move our ship, well, we're in a shuttle right now, oops, I forgot. When we get back into our ship, I'll show you the visuals. But these things have visuals, so the impulse engine will have some kind of trail that looks different coming off of it than the standard impulse engine did. So I'll show you that. The other one is the deflector, and I'm going to go now replay that mission to get the deflector. And then I'll get that. And then the shield will come later. I think it's in the last mission that we will get the shield for the ship. But this is going to help our ship last all the way to level 60 and beyond, really. And then, of course, once we get the Breen set, because there actually is one more set out there before the reputation stuff, we're going to get the Breen set. I will compare them and make sure we are using the right set for the escort, but I think it's going to end up being the Jem'Hadar set. Anyway, that's what you want to do when you're playing the free-to-play edition, of course, and you don't have the reputation and all that stuff yet. Go with the Jem'Hadar set. It's going to be the best thing you can do for a while. Anyway, I got the Impulse engine on. I am going to replay the mission I just played again so I can get the deflector. So that means when you come back, or we come back on the next video to do the next mission, I'm actually going to be a higher rank. I'm 49 right now. I'm right here. I don't know if the next mission is going to take us all the way to 50 or not. Or, I mean, when I replay the mission, I don't know if it's going to take me to 50 or if I'll still be at 49, because you don't get all the XP for redoing missions, but I should get a fair chunk. So we'll see what we end up with. I'm not going to do the promotion, of course, until we hit 50, and of course I'll do it on video. I just wanted to look here in the skills, because make sure we had flow caps. No, I don't have flow caps. Why don't I have flow caps on? Should I invest in flow caps here? It would help the end. It's not. I don't use a tachyon beam. I don't use energy siphon, and I don't use charged particle burst. But putting skill into flow caps would help me with the anti-proton sweep. However, I'm not going to have it forever. Eventually, the Jem'Hadar set will be replaced by a reputation set. I'm going to grind a reputation out and replace it with a better set. So really, maybe I should not go ahead and do that, flow caps, because I think I could be better off putting my skills into other places, like weapon energy specialization, or even weapon power, or armor on the ground, or something like that instead. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on flow caps. If I were gonna run the Jem'Hadar set all the way, and I mean like totally upgrade it to Mark 14, ultra rare or epic, and like use it as my final in-game thing, then it might be better to go ahead and put some in flow caps, but I'm probably not, because there are better escort sets out there. For example, the Iconian Space set is absolutely incredible for doing a lot of damage on an escort. So I'm probably going to look at doing a reputation set as my final gear set for my ship. So knowing that, and knowing the Jem'Hadar is only going to last until then, I'm not going to waste points in flow caps. Because from what I hear, you don't get to reskill on a free-to-play character. And that's going to be a thing. Okay, well, I think I just sorted all that out. Alright, so now I'm going to replay this mission again and get the deflector, and then I'll come back and we'll do the next mission. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.